Chat, what is good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these consistent uploads because I'm really enjoying making them, but I know they're a bit shorter and there's not much going on in them, which is why I'm doing more like day in the lives or weekend in the lives, because if I have stuff going on in the week, then I can film the whole week. But for now, I'm just trying to put in the most content I can with some type of value or something that, you know, is more entertaining. But today we have something different. I'm going to be restarting tennis again. Tennis is a sport that I grew up playing so much. Back in high school, I sound like one of those like old people who are like back in my day, but back in high school, I used to be playing tennis like every single day. That and basketball were my two sports. And there was a moment where I think it was senior year, I decided to go all in on basketball instead of tennis. And I went to a JUCO, so that's a junior college, and I played basketball instead of pursuing tennis. And it's always been this one thing that I'm like, I kind of wish I pursued tennis a little bit more because my talent in tennis was much higher than basketball. As far as, you know, I played tennis my first freshman year. I think I started, what did I do? I did doubles 2 varsity like freshman year. Then I worked up to singles 3, singles 2. I never got to singles 1, but senior year I didn't play. That was the other thing too. So I always had the talent for tennis, but I decided to go with basketball for some reason. I thought I was going to make the NBA at the time, so I was, you know, it is what it is. But I've been having this like reignition of fire to play tennis again. So I put on my story the other day, who in San Diego wants to play a little tennis, and one of my boys hit me up that I met like once when I was going out once. So we're going to go play a little tennis right now. And I'm just going to make a little like pre-workout drink. Since I'm not actually working out, usually what I use is this Oxy Shred. I've been using this for a while now. I'm actually running out. It's like pretty much empty. It's like pretty much empty. But I used to work with EHP Labs, and like this is the perfect, with the pre-workouts that I use. I don't like the feeling of beta alanine, which is the tingly feeling when I'm just doing cardio, which is why I've been doing this. And when this runs out, I'll either buy some more, or I think I might switch to coffee because that's always a good caffeine boost without all the crazy amounts of caffeine and stuff in it. But yeah, I'm excited. I haven't played in such a long time. I'm gonna be rusty, but like if you guys ever played a sport, right? You know that if you've played it so much in your life, it comes back as like muscle memory. Even like gripping the racket, it feels, because you always remember in tennis, there's different grips, and the way you kind of figure out the grip is this like V shape right here. And I forget the name of it, but when I used to play, I used to put it right on this little part because it was like the best way to get top spin on it. So I don't know, y'all. This might be a new start to something that I really enjoy. Whether it's like I get into tournaments or something or whatever. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But for now, I'm just trying to have fun. And I was supposed to go on a long run today, and I decided to play this instead. I'm going to have to figure out my whole workout routine with this going on. But right now, let's make this pre-workout, and then let's head over there because we're supposed to meet him at 11. I don't know why. I always wear a watch on this arm. When I'm at home, I try to switch my arm for the Whoop band because I noticed like one time my skin was peeling back here for wearing it 24/7. So at nighttime, I'll switch it to this arm if I'm not wearing a watch, but I'll check the time. But right now it's 10:30, so I'm going to try to head over there now and get this thing going. So enjoy today's video.
Friends hoping that they make the tabloids. You know the last one figure, he was Magneto. You play God, you gon' get what you asked for. We got the same on the floor, what you mad for? I put a square on his back like a Richard Dorsey. It's high beams if I make a public appearance. Look at the high cause I'm not too funny and niggas. 1,000, 2,000, 1,004. The black know I just strangled me a coat. I won't beat him with a therapeutic flow.
Bro, you know, if you play tennis, how annoying this would be in the back. In like high school or something, everyone would just grab it if you were walking around with it. Kind of annoying. We're back. This is my boy. How do you pronounce your name again?
That's it.
That's it. All right, so he said he's pretty good. I haven't played in, like, I haven't picked up a tennis racket in 8 years.
Came out here with the freshest gear though. He got a nice racket, got the
I do
shoes
have-
on and everything. Like he's probably gonna beat me today.
Look, this is the best sound ever. If you guys play tennis, we got a fresh pack. Ready?
Oh, damn.
There's no better sound than that,
best
bro.
sound
That's
in the
literally the
world,
best
dog.
sound in the. I remember back in the day when I used to play, I was like, every single time we get so excited to open up a new one.
Oh, and then the smell of them.
Bro.
Too.
Bro, see, this is the problem with tennis. There's not too many people that get it. Like, you can't really find. It's a very niche sport to play, you know.
Exactly. I know it's so hard to try to find someone to play well for.
Yo.
Try to coordinate times to play well on too. I mean, like most of the courses there are public.
Bro, I'm excited. Like, if this is, I hope this stays consistent for me because this is definitely something I want to pick back up. You saw nothing.
A savage baby. I'm killing these niggas, close casket, baby. You get the bag and fumble it. I get the
That's a good rally, though.
tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash, and the car came with a blunt in it. Lil' mama a thot, and she got ass.
Real quick chat. One, bruh, first game back, snapped racket. Also, this man was up 4-0. Now we're tied 5-5, 30 all. We're getting it back. We're slowly getting it back.
Eat it up like it's a feast. They say the dope on fleek.
What do people disagree on? And, you know, a lot of us don't love controversy. The best version you recovery. So your time just is a great chance of winning, or a better chance of winning. So, and if you would have, you know, you're thinking, you would.
Guys, I am so tired. It's funny because during the whole time I was playing, I felt like I had more energy. I was actually gonna go for a little run afterwards, but as I was driving back from tennis, I was like, bro, I'm beat. Tennis is one of those sports where when you're in it, your adrenaline's just going, so you're just having so much fun that you forget how tired you are. But yeah, I'm exhausted, guys. Right now it's like 3:30. I'm about to do my weekly check-in, which if you guys don't know what it is, every single Sunday I have like a weekly meeting with myself, and I just try to plan out the whole week and just really try to get prepared. I have a full video on that I just posted last week, so be sure to check that one out if you want an idea of how I do my weekly planning. Honestly, it has changed my life for sure. Before I do that, I'm just gonna eat. This is like the wrap I've been making. I don't know if you guys like kimchi or not, but don't judge it until you try it, because all it is chicken breast, kimchi, the Mission carb balanced tortilla, and a serving of shredded cheese. And honestly, it's fire, it's quick, and it's very low preparation to make it because I already have the chicken marinated. But this has been my go-to first meal of the day when I'm cutting down, because I'm gonna eat 2 wraps, but this meal in total is 709 calories. It has 110 grams of protein from the chicken because it's 9.2 ounces of chicken. And the macros are fire. Then tonight I'm gonna go see Sinners, which I'm super excited to see. And I have calories to play with today. So this morning I also weighed in at 164.6. And then yesterday I also weighed in at my lowest, which was 164.9. So tonight I'm gonna let myself have a large popcorn during the movie. And I also have so much calories saved up because this has been my first meal. But yeah, guys, tennis has been fun. The whole point of this video, the whole title of this is what I want to talk to you guys about. I just watched a video by Ali Abdaal and it's called How to Get Rich. I'll pop it up over here and I'll link it down below if you guys want to check it out. But he talks about how we look at athletes who are obsessed with their sport and we praise them, right? But we look down upon people who are so obsessed with wealth and business and making money. And Ali Abdaal talks about how, you know, to be really wealthy and really successful, those type of people are very obsessed with what they do. And it's something that I've carried with me through all my different sports and why I'm so obsessed with creating content, business, money. Like, I love talking about money and love talking about how to make more money. If you look at my recent history of like YouTube videos or books, like these two books actually just came in. The Diary of a CEO. This is a podcast I've been listening to for over like a year now, and I love listening to Diary of a CEO. Modern Wisdom is the other one I listen to, and then the third one I would say is First Things First is a pretty good one. But this one is probably one of my most played podcasts. And I bought this book just because I usually use a Kindle to read, but I was like, you know, I just want to have this because there's something about having a physical book of like people you really mess with. And this is the other one I just got, the Almanac of Naval Ravikant. I've read this one already. I have it on my Kindle, but I was just like, I just want the physical copy. One to almost like have around and look at, because there's just something about like having these on your table and you're just like, wow. Regardless, that aside, you have to be obsessed with whatever you're working on. And I think this is why athletics translates very well to business sometimes, is because your mindset with, back in the day when I was playing tennis, I would legit play tennis from right after school, which is 3 p.m. up till like 7 to 8 to 9 p.m. My mom was usually working, so she wouldn't be able to pick me up until later anyways. And I would literally just play tennis for hours. And then I played basketball. When I switched from basketball to tennis, we had a building called the community center next to our high school. And I remember like I would spend hours there, like by myself some days. I would go there right after school. When it was snowing out, I would just walk over with my shorts. And I would just some days just be in there alone, just shooting basketball for hours and hours and hours practicing. I've always had this obsessive mindset with whatever I'm like really pursuing. And at the time, tennis was one, then basketball became the other. And then now it's like with content creation and with business. And, you know, I wish business was actually something more I obsess over more. I do obsess over the idea of wealth and making money, but I wish I'm still trying to figure out exactly my avenue with business. Content, like I literally go to bed thinking about how to make my next video better. Or this whole morning, I posted the Sunday planning video. And it's doing pretty good, but I've just been thinking about, should I change up the title? I've been watching videos about like how to maximize your title and thumbnail. There's something about this unhealthy obsession with what you really want to pursue, and you kind of have to have that, especially early on. In your 20s and early 30s is your time to really obsess over what you want to build, because when you're in your 30s, late 30s, 40s, you want to have a family and you want to be there for your family and children. That's my whole plan, is if I can hustle my ass off right now, build the life I want and build what I want to create, then hopefully, you know, I look at guys like Ali Abdaal and Max Tuning, who just sold sour strips to Hershey's. He's now having a family. Both of them are actually having children soon. And you look at them and you're like, these guys can be there with their families for 100% of the time. If you spend these early years hustling to build and create this life that you would like, then hopefully your goal is in your late 30s and 40s is to be able to be there for your family 100% of the time without having to think about like half of your mind is in business. Because I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs who have families and also have successful businesses, and the problem with that is you'll see them like in the living room when I'm giving someone an IV, they're just on their phone the whole time, or they're like on the phone with someone about their company or something. There's nothing wrong with having families early, but at the stage I'm in where I don't have a family right now, I figure like, why not just go as hard as possible, just work through my weekends and just work until I can't anymore. And that's to say, like, I wish I was more of a hustler. I'm really not that. Like, I love watching movies. Tonight I'm gonna go to the movies by myself. I really do like my downtime, but I do think that there's another level of people, especially like I keep saying in San Diego, who you know, will spend the weekends wasting away just partying and drinking and hanging out by the pool. And like, you know, if that's what you want to do, it's okay. But if you are trying to level up and trying to create this future for yourself and your future family, then it's okay to spend your downtime obsessing and working so hard. And you know, you don't have to have this work-life balance figured out right now, because I think work-life balance comes later on. You know, you work hard right now, you work your ass off, and then you get that balance and reward later on. And then I don't have to be away from my family for hours. Like, I grew up with my parents who are immigrants, and I'm not gonna lie, they were pretty much working 24/7, and like they were not there for basketball practice or basketball games, tennis games. That's like what I want to give, what I got from that video and what I want to share with you guys today. I don't want this clip to go too long. I'm gonna eat right now. Bro, can you believe this? First time playing tennis in years, I snapped the strings. That's crazy. I do want to play more. I'm not gonna lie, I ended up winning. He was up 4-0 and I ended up coming back and winning 7-5. We only played one match, but I definitely want to do it a lot more. I'd be open to signing up for like a tennis club or something, because the problem with tennis is you can't really play with people who don't know how to play. You kind of get frustrated because you have to rally back and forth. And the problem with tennis is like not everyone plays tennis. With basketball, you can kind of bullshit around, or you can go to a court and play pickup. So I'm trying to figure out like if I want to pick this back up, how I'm going to do it. But issue for another day. I'm gonna eat this right now, do a little bit of work, and then I'll check in with you guys afterwards. All right.
You don't take already. But there are channels that they get away with one upload a month, sometimes one upload a quarter, and you said it right, we say the same thing. The creator who understands the viewer best wins, which would be a whole other side of being able to
training and fine-tuning the models and doing human labeling are going to be exceptionally high. And this round, they're not raising enough capital to achieve that.
Finished up this planning. Honestly, guys, I keep saying this every week, but please take an hour or two to just plan out your weeks, because I promise you, if you just have a good like open view of what your week looks like, it just, I don't know, it de-stresses so much, especially if you're kind of in control of your own schedule, or if you want to pursue something. But I made a whole video on that. Go check that one out if you want to hear me yap about why. We got a couple of packages in though, so I figured I'd kind of do these unboxings. I asked on one of my videos and I said, do you guys really like these unboxings? Because I could not do them. Someone said they did, so I'll do them. It's a quick one too. The first box, we got Element. This is an electrolyte drink, and honestly, I've only heard good things, especially from, there's one podcast called Mind Pump, which is like my top health and fitness podcast. I've listened to them for so long. Sorry, I keep playing around with this. And then Modern Wisdom by Chris Williamson. He also recommends it. Yo, by the way, real quick, before I hop over here, my skin, that Panoxyl that I was like kind of complaining about, it's been working well, bro. Like right now, my skin is finally clearing up and it's not as dry as when I first started using Panoxyl. I think it's like actually doing its work, because they say you purge for about 2 weeks. I'm trying to get that glass skin that those girls keep talking about. But yeah, excited to try it. I've had it once. I know it's like super salty tasting, but I've heard that if you add this to your routine, especially if you sweat a lot, it does so much. Second package is just a little, we got 4 different items. We got a little Dove's Men Body Wash. We got some Windex. We got this. It's called an Overgrip. So this is what goes on top of your tennis racket grip. This is the second racket I have too. So this goes over this, and that way you don't have to always change out your tennis racket grips, especially when they start to wear down. It's pretty common. And then we got some here. And here we got 12 tennis balls. I ordered them yesterday and they didn't come in until just now, but I was hoping they would have gotten in this morning. So I had to buy another 3-pack before. So mini haul for this time. I'm about to go see the Sinners movie. I'm super excited for it. It's only gotten good reviews so far. So I'll let you guys know how it is. But other than that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this little vlog. With these like little random home vlogs, when I travel, when I have events going on, those events and those things, that content speaks for itself. But when I'm at home, I do try to give some type of value or pass on some message. I was just talking to my friend about this, but I think one of my biggest skills, I don't know if you would call it a skill, is the ability to be that middleman of info for other people. I'll read a book, and let's say I read like a book like this, and most people don't really read books or don't really listen to podcasts as much as I do. And if I'm able to just kind of pass along some of the little nuggets that I get, you know, I think that would be really cool. I've been doing a new series on my Instagram, shameless plug, called Get Ready With Me and Yap, where I just put on a little outfit. It's combining my passion for fashion, whoa, that rhymed, with like philosophy and life talks. I feel like I am very into, I think about life a lot. I think about our purpose and why we do the things we do and like what I want to be here for. But I don't have an avenue to put it on other than content. So I've been trying to figure out how to do that. And my series, Get Ready With Me and Yap, is just a series where I just put on a fit and just talk about what's been on my mind, you know? The last video I just made is talking about embracing self-doubt and why you should not be scared of it, because I said this in a couple of videos back, but with self-doubt, it's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. If you didn't have any self-doubt at all, then it would mean that you don't put yourself in uncomfortable situations. It means you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. Versus if you do have self-doubt and you have imposter syndrome, then that means that you're stepping into someone that you just don't know. And that's where that self-doubt comes from, right? So like that was the whole video. It's just my way. I'm trying to figure out my little corner of content that is going to be fresh, that people haven't seen before, but also be something that I'm really interested in. So I'm still trying to figure that out as I'm navigating this whole content creation thing. But yeah, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm excited to bring tennis into my content. If you guys have any tennis tips or any tips for me to, one, find more people to play with, but two, how to like get back into tennis, because I don't consider myself a beginner, but so I don't think I need a coach. I don't know, maybe I'll sign up for a tennis club, who knows. Otherwise, I'm gonna go watch this movie. It starts in about 45 minutes, so that means it doesn't start till another hour, but I'm gonna start getting ready, head out there, and then I will give you guys a review afterwards, all right? All right, that's that, guys. Movie, pretty good movie. I would give that a solid 9.2. Acting was great, plotline was great. You know, it's not the best movie ever, but it's definitely gonna get you pretty entertained. Go watch it, guys. I definitely suggest it. On that note, though, I'm gonna end off the vlog here. It's already 10 p.m., so I'm gonna go home, drink a little protein shake, and call it a night. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for showing support. If you guys made it this far to the video, please let me know, because that means a lot. That's crazy if you watch the whole thing. I don't know how many actually do, but if you do, please let me know down below. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys soon, okay? Peace. Oh yeah, I have a trip coming up. You'll take a guess. You know what? Drop in the comments. Take a guess where we're going. I don't know if you'll be able to get it, but it's a pretty cool spot. All right, y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.
Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. Hey now, say now. I done slid on a back street, heavy on the Parmesan, every day tax season. What the fuck?